Valentine's Day, my love. You're the best Valentine ever.
They want that postcard life, the San Miguel haze, but we're the ones navigating the Philippine maze. I'm Jay in a Guayabera, Heidi by my side, no retirement home, just a wild ride. From the sprawl of Manila to the edge of the sea, we ain't just expats, we're the truth-telling G's. They sold you a dream of a rocking chair and a fan, while we're out here dodging myths with a camera in hand. I'm the logic, the anchor, the calm in the heat. Heidi's the fire, making the rhythm complete. If the truth is a crime, then lock up the doors, cause we're coming for the fake, settling the scores. 22 Bonnie and Clyde, now it's George and the Queen, the realest duo that the islands have ever seen. Tell them the truth, babe, just us against the myth, just us against the lies. Underneath the heat of those tropical skies, we're the agitators, the eliminators, the myth breakers, leaving love for the haters. Down to the wire, ride or die, Heidi and George watching the fables die.
We're the Bonnie and Clyde of the YouTube age, writing a brand new chapter on a tropical page. They can call us agitators, call us whatever they want, but the ghost of the perfect life is the only thing we haunt. Can't break this love, I know you can't get enough. I got your back, I got this, you in this life and the next one.
They think we're just another channel, another sunset. Let them think that while we dismantle the fantasy piece by piece.
The cost of living, it's more than pesos. It's the cost of being honest, and we're paying in full. We're the Bonnie and Clyde of the YouTube age, writing a brand new chapter on a tropical page. They can call us agitators, call us whatever they want, but the ghost of the perfect life is the only thing we haunt. Can't break this love, I know you can't get enough. I got your back, I got this, you in this life and the next one.
Yeah, so when the red lights blinking and the mic is live, we the only ones helping the dreamers survive. Not the ones in the brochures, but the ones in the dirt, where the sun meets the struggle and the truth might hurt. With a Bonnie and Clyde of the YouTube age, writing a brand new chapter on a tropical page. They can call us agitators, call us whatever they want, but the ghost of the perfect life is the only thing we haunt. With a Bonnie and Clyde of the YouTube age, writing a brand new chapter on a tropical page. They can call us agitators, call us whatever they want, but the ghost of the perfect life is the only thing we haunt. Can't break this love, I know you can't get enough. I got your back, I got this, you in this life and the next one. I got your back, I got this, you in this life and the next one. I got your back, I got this, you in his life and the next one.
I go on Wolfman, Jack. Can you do Wolfman? You kind of.
Good morning, happy Valentine's Day. Good evening to those of you Valentine's folks. Today we're going to show you how to cook a langoustine.
Langoustine. I mean, I know you had a fish smell in here yesterday. Your girlfriend dropped by, and your mama's baby, or whatever you call that, your baby's mama, she's about 30 years ripe. That wasn't even funny. So,
If
yeah, you're going to plead the fifth.
Statutory and mandatory.
Statutory is mandatory. Okay. Did you enjoy that halftime there, George?
What? I have my MAGA. Oh, wait. Sorry. Wrong hat.
Let me see. What you got going on there? Oh, wait a minute. Here. Dim this here, George.
Is a deep MAGA hat. There you go.
He's got this, yeah. So he shaved his bush for this. Yeah. He sure did, didn't he?
Bush.
Bush forever, right, babe?
Yes,
Vote Bush.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bush.
We're just political all over the place.
Exactly.
So, good morning, Victoria. Good morning, Laura. Good morning, guys. Gonna wait a little bit for the room to build up. We weren't going to do a live stream. Usually it's me doing it on Wednesday. Tomorrow is another appointment with the cardiologist, or heart doctor, and they will give the final piece of the puzzle as we've been talking about. And of course, there's going to be more tests and other things, and anything that needs to be done is down the road. So it's still an open, it's not a mystery of what it is. It's a matter of, what they have to do exactly. So, anyways, so we seen something last night that blew our mind, and we've been up since what, 4:30? We fell asleep 10:30, 11. It's the life of retirement. You sleep 4 or 5 hours, cats jumping all over your face. George has got like 10 pussies all over his face in the morning, and he's just like all excited. Show me your excited face when the cats are on you. I mean, the pussy gets laid on you this morning. Okay, so here's the monkey. Would you like to use him again?
No, probably not. I might get canceled again.
You might get your $20 for the live. See how he gets excited. Yeah, we got our money cut off yesterday because of this. But do it. Rock and roll. Disco monkey. Who says monkeys can't be fun? All right, we got canceled again. Good morning. So,
Animal Planet.
So, YouTuber initially, or still looks like he's in the Dumageddon area now. It kind of explains his numbers, in my opinion. We always bitch about the Dumageddon group mysteriously having very high numbers and high views, or 75% of their numbers, and it just never makes sense. And
Okay.
it seems to be the same group.
Okay, since Heidi brought that up, this has nothing to do with the Dumageddon group. It does, but it doesn't. And what I'm saying is, it's once somebody shares the secret of farming numbers for some strange reason.
Big vloggers always
everybody farms their numbers. What I'm getting at,
they all seem to hang out at the same swimming pool, same parties, same groups.
What I was getting at, be aware.
Same circle, same interview people.
Well, what I was getting at is this is not restricted to Filipino vloggers or expat vloggers either.
No, it's
because, for instance, we're watching this big major show, which I'm not going to mention. There's a big major show, and one of the contestants, for some strange reason, he's got 35 million followers on YouTube, and you're like,
he was like
fake,
and everything he does is like Mr. Beast style. He's had Mr. Beast. How the hell does this chef show produce a guy that didn't even win, and he's got 35 million subscribers,
somebody you guys don't
and he gets 22 million views per video now, and it's like, you ain't that important.
Show.
So my point
nobody's that important.
We're going to be ranting, so you're going to hear like me bitch. Even George is like, what's,
that's not a rant, that's facts. What I'm saying is, nobody's bigger than Mr. Beast in that respect. You're not that important.
This guy's not that important, but
Correct.
He carries on like a few of those channels.
If we even told you his name, you guys are like, who?
Yeah.
And yet he has 35 million. My point being is that purchasing or farming numbers is not a Filipino or a Philippine expat vlogger thing. It's a around the world thing. This is an American in American soil.
Okay. So
that's all I was saying.
All I'm saying is that group tends to have 22,000, and then everything is an 18,000 view channel in that area. I don't see him here. I mean, we'll see some, but it's not like everybody. So anyways, that's a side rant. So this channel, okay, so what we find out about this guy is kind of tied into my rant, like about Carrie yesterday, about me being sick, people in budgets. I'm going to do my budget video today. Okay, maybe it's time for us to do ours. So maybe on Wednesday I'll do a budget video. Broke. What the hell? Broke is broke. The cost is going up in the Philippines, guys, without a doubt. It's going up. But this Ning Nim Poop actually, came in on a $900 and something pension that wasn't even available at the time, and brought 100,000. He's broke. But why is he broke is what we're going to bitch about here in a little bit. And it's like, dude, Those are the same dudes. We've been talking about the homeless people, again, tied into this other channel we was ranting about yesterday, that this guy evidently is a DRGY user, what do you call that? Party favor user. The dude's been homeless for 2 years. He cheated on the one girl, then he turned around, cheated on the other. He had the other one take out loans and buy him stuff, and he started using the second one, and then he started sleeping around with everybody. So my whole point is a lot of these guys that are coming either with a lot of stuff or not a bunch of stuff, they're blowing it in stupid ways, which means that mentality did not start in the Philippines. They were the same dumbass people in America and Canada and Spain and Ukraine and Russia. Speaking of load, you forgot your coffee cup, dude. Don't forget to refill yourself later. Your blow cup. You forgot your Valentine's Day. Which, by the way, on the side, happy Valentine's Day again, part 2.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys, to those of you in the West.
Yeah, this is...
We are in the future.
Valentine's so now... Love is not in the air. I'm about ready to strangle George. Today, no, hi, George.
Back to normal.
Back to normal.
Business as usual.
Business as usual. Still a full can of whipped cream in the fridge. You missed out on that, didn't you, George? Oh, George was like, whew, I dodged that one, right?
Right.
Gummy, babe. Just one word, gummy. Gummy and honey.
Well, it's not what you guys think, but if you guys get it, then you get it. If you don't, you don't. You know, you know.
No Sour Patch Kids?
Right.
Little scratchy, little sour.
Right.
Little itchy.
I know the tip is a little late. I mean,
George.
I probably should have said it yesterday, but we got cut off yesterday.
Yeah, what happened yesterday?
The power went off for it was really short. It was like 5 minutes, but it was long enough to cut off the internet.
We tried to get back, but the power was down for a while.
I was going to say, guys, don't forget to, eat your pineapples today. Just saying, but...
Be nice to...
Sorry, guys. That's on Teleco for you, but anyway.
Gummy bear. One in the pink and one in the brown. No, George. All right, so yeah, we lost power yesterday, so we figured we would come back and be fair. But we were about an hour and a half into the live, maybe even 2 hours. And then this stuff came up with this $100,000 guy and broke. But dude, he had a woman with a Filipina. He got into a relationship where another one had kids. He bought a place, I think like a condo. Then I think he let her have it. And it was just one hell of a story. And those who know, they know. But we said, don't get into relationships. He's been in several, and he's moved several times.
Before we delve into this guy, because he's somewhat this main topic. Okay.
I'm still broke.
No,
sorry.
Well, okay, broke is broke. That you can't fix that, babe.
Right.
What I'm getting at is, I don't care who you are, what you are. If you got robbed 3 times in a row in BGC, then go. I'll tell you what. You know where the problem is?
Yeah, there was another
There's
one
this
we
thing,
watched yesterday.
Go to the bathroom where you shave and stuff. Bro, where you shave and stuff, there's a sink. And in front of the sink, there's this very fragile device that everybody uses. And you look at it to shave yourself.
Right? One Republic blames
look hard and stare into that mirror. If you get robbed 3 times in freaking BGC, Bonifacio Global City, okay? If you get robbed 3 times in Bonifacio Global City, 3 times, go look into that device that you stare at every time you shave and stare. And guess what? That thing that you're looking at every freaking morning is the problem. I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah.
If you get robbed 3 times in a row, shoot.
Shame on you.
If you get robbed 3 times in a row in Detroit,
right?
Look at yourself in the mirror. You're doing something wrong.
Dumbass. Right? So you are the problem. What we're trying to say is we're so fucking tired of these channels talking about my budget's this, and you telling me not to live on 1,000, must be at 3,000. We've even said that we spend about $2,000 a month. Oh, you spend too much. You take all these extra things. It's like, yeah, not really. It's a third of what we were spending in the U.S., and we get it. Everybody's budget is going to be different. Where my rant comes in is some bring in $500 US and never have a problem till the day they die. No medical issues, no nothing. Stop stereo. Was it stereo? Don't. What do you call that?
Don't stereotype.
Don't stereotype people of what I keep hearing in emails. You realize I've had like 20 emails stating
my girlfriend did this.
No, these have all, I'm talking about all the bitching that, oh, you're e-bagging now because you're sick and you're really not sick and all that shit. And you guys didn't come with enough money. And it's like,
we did show up with videos and we did show you the actual papers. We didn't print those shit out. Those are actually straight up from the doctor. It's real, guys.
So,
guys, we're old. I'm old. Heidi's old.
I'm big and fat. Things are going to happen. I've got lupus. Shit'll break down. But my point is we came into the Philippines 5 years ago with close to 80,000 ourselves. Prior business owner. It was sold. I had savings. George had savings. We came in. Life happens. Medical happens. There's been a lot of shit that's happened back in the U.S. where we help people and friends since then. It happens, right? But then you got people that come in with $500 and $1,000 a month, and they do fine till the day they die. Everybody's going to be different. Now, I don't know if I would. What I find strange about this story is the 100,000 that's gone. It's like in 2 years, less than 2 years, it's just gone. And then he thought he was going to live on the 900 a month. I think he said he had other money that was going to come, but he kept mentioning that amount. It's wild. But most of this live stream is the rant about this guy and all the ways he lost money. It's about the homeless guys that keep coming up. But y'all want to talk about me self-cause my ass or begging or this and that. When most of these guys put themselves in that position, this bitch could be on the street in a couple weeks the way shit's going down for him and the way he keeps making these silly decisions. And then y'all gonna bail him out. He'll be the one on the street for 1 year begging for 10 pesos at a time. And you're going to get dumbass Carrie that's going to walk up and be like, oh, look at this. His lady abandoned him and he's got a kid and she won't talk to him and he needs help. Go fund me. And it's like, what the hell? Yeah. So it seems to be the same thing. Get your budgets and your life together. Whatever's going on in your country is just going to keep on repeating. This didn't start anew with this guy. He actually did something back in his own country.
Right. Now, just to clarify for those of you who will misunderstand or misconstrue, because a lot of people do that for some reason. I really don't
give a shit.
No. What I'm saying is,
I'm not do that.
I or we are not victim blaming here. I'm not saying that there is a victim or anything. But for example, in the victim case, aka victim, I put air quotes on that because again, that depends on how you look at perceived things. What I'm saying is, for instance, if you by chance, this is a concrete example, again, as proof I'm not victim blaming.
Dumbass.
If by chance I am in Detroit,
dumbass,
in a dark alleyway in Detroit somewhere, the reason I bring Detroit because, RoboCop, Murphy, whatever. Let's say you went to Detroit. Yes, I've been in Detroit. But anyway, for those of you who yes.
Let's do my dumbass thing.
Anyway, what I'm saying is, if I were in Detroit and I went in this particular alleyway and I got robbed, would that person go down that freaking alleyway for the rest of his life? The typical answer is no, not ever. They will avoid that alleyway at all costs.
What about the glory hole or the blow dryer? Would they avoid that?
No, it's an Enos dryer. But anyway.
Oh, okay.
No. Enos dryers are cool, even if they have mustaches and lipsticks. As long as that Enos dryer works, that's fine. But what I'm getting at is...
Well, pee...
Right, but what I'm getting at is... if you have a bad experience in a particular area, in a particular situation, would you guys do the exact same thing over again? The answer is no.
Well, here's the example. Let's talk about the past of some of the things we've covered in our 5 year plus now as live streamers. A lot of these guys that are live streaming now are all new. We've been trying to bring up things, help people do all of this. Now we just cover whatever. But in the 5 years we've been doing live streams, some of the very first ones we came across, which to me is not the biggest issue. This guy sounds like a bigger whatever to me. Was Expat John, that old dog covered. And the guy came with, how much did he show up with? 20,000 to live for 5 years or something. What was the amount John came with? It's been a while. How much did Expat John bring with him?
I believe it was 30,000 to survive for 2 years to get his return.
Couple years. He was waiting for his Social Security, but he got a girlfriend. She had twins, already had a baby that he was spending money on. She had a prior baby beforehand.
Sorry.
1 second here. Oh, okay. So what he
Hey,
was,
Geechee.
yeah, Geechee. He was just showing me that you were in the house. Have not seen you in a while. Hey, what's going on? Geechee Lion is in the house. He's a musician.
And a singer.
Yep, and a singer.
He actually was one of the first ones who created our intro.
Yes. So, let's see. I got my train of thought. So, give or take, he had this girlfriend. Then he bought a motorcycle or a moped. He put money and sunk money into a family home that was not on family land. It was squatter land. They said he built a house, which came from the other channel, but he didn't. He did an addition for them to live in. He was going to the bars. He was partying. He was staying in hotels to stay away from the family. He helped a few family members with businesses and went broke. Then he's living there starving. Then he was caught by old dog. Oh, he needs his teeth done. We're going to take him out. We're going to take him to the doctors. He's sick. And there was like an outrage all of a sudden. Okay. And in the end, Expat John made it back to America with a lot of support, donations, and everything else. But the story broke open. They were supposed to help the girlfriend that was living there by herself. The money wasn't making it to her. Then it did. Then she stopped talking to us. And there was like a whole thing around this story. But the whole thing is he had no incoming money and thought that he could just live on savings. A lot of people can't do that in America very well. These two stories are American. So what made him think they were going to come here with unexpected expenses? And like this new guy on the 100,000, he several women, several moves, all my toilet paper and furniture cost a ton of money. I mean, one move, he spent over 100,000 pesos. That's still a lot of money here. 2,000 for a deposit means he's living in expensive places. So his Western taste never went away. Like, people will talk about me. They're going to talk about anything. So it doesn't matter. We're all guilty of something. I'm not saying I'm innocent, like, oh, Heidi, shit don't stink. Oh, my shit stinks and I'm broke. We came with money. There's shit happening to me. I call it everyday life. Let it be a lesson.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, my shit stinks.
No, okay. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here because again, I'm a guy. What I'm saying is, and most guys, I hate to say it again. I apologize to the women listening. And
why you apologize? Just hashtag. I'm gonna cancel you anyways.
Exactly. Okay. Now, a lot.
Good morning.
Okay, again, hashtag cancel George. If you're a woman, you're probably gonna cancel me right now. What I'm about to say. I hate to say this, and guys, cancel me too, because you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of guys will never admit to this, but here's the reality. You guys ever see, like, doesn't matter whether they're expats or whatever, in social media or in real life, you've seen girls dote about, like, oh, I'm going to meet my Prince Charming, yada, yada. But guess what? You know what the reality is? Here's the reality, guys. And women will not want to hear this part. Guys actually believe in ever after. Guys actually do. And most women do not. Now, you know what that means?
Yeah, someone's scratching your sacks and your backs. You tell happily ever
This is
after.
why whenever a divorce happens, guys were like, I did not. I'm going to tell you right now, I would say 90%. I mean, the real number is probably 80%, but my opinion is 90%. Most guys don't see it coming. You know why? Because guys really think it's ever after. Guess what? Girls don't see it that way.
You guys are
They
just
see it
passive,
like-
and you think you're going to keep getting your sandwich in your back and your sack
Right.
scratched.
Well, I'm not talking about
You don't
opinions.
see
This
it
is
coming.
facts. The facts are,
Till you ignore your lady and she
And
doesn't get
again,
attention, she going to go get it from somebody
guys
else.
and girls, cancel me right now. Here's the reality. A woman will sacrifice their family for their happiness, and a man will sacrifice his happiness for his family. Two different sides of coins. Go ahead, cancel me now. I don't give a shit. Guess what? That's facts. Here's the thing.
I'm going to get a fly swatter.
What I'm getting at is, if I come in here with $100,000 and I meet a woman, guess what? I don't have a problem. I will not have any regret giving and spending all that money to her. Now, I'm not saying that literally, but what I'm saying is, for the most part, most men will do that 100%. I would say 80% of men will do that. Fact. I mean,
I still think him going through it in 2 years
No,
at such a low income. He's got a champagne face, and he had
correct. Well,
a
what I'm saying is, guys will do
a vodka budget, but ended up with a pizza face thing.
Smart is no. Like I said, 80% of guys will do it.
Overspending.
Is it smart? No. But guess what?
We can't blame the woman
if
for all
the
this
shoe was on the other
moving
foot, would I do it? Probably.
And he's a vlogger, so he kept moving from place to place, probably looking
again,
for.
If I had that money, would I do it?
And he is a
Probably I
YouTuber.
would, because that's how guys normally think. In his defense.
Yeah, if that's what he paid. We didn't watch the rest of his content. It just came up, and I'm like, wow, did he really go through that money? And
well, now going
insane.
through that, well, like I said, going through that money and stuff like that. That's a
well,
different
they're
story.
YouTubers
But
trying to show off with each other.
It's possibly he
a
did have that
girlfriend
money,
show off.
and it's possible he did spend that money. Yes.
Well, he did. I'm just saying, $80,000 a month in rent.
No. I'm not just talking about him in general. I'm talking about any guy in general.
Well, like I said, the whole deal on today's live was because we got cut off yesterday to talk about this and to realize, again, there are guys here that have brought little to nothing and small incomes. They survive just fine. Filipinos do it all the time. It's how you handle things. You still have to keep your head on a swivel. You still have to keep your head on a swivel. You can't. It's like the bikini drop or something, and it's like you guys get one whiff and you lose your mind and stuff, and it's like, yeah, I don't think so. George wants to buy an extra pack of toilet paper. I'm like, oh, hell no. You got no sandwiches either, no extra French fries. So why are you looking at me like that? You just have to keep your head on the swivel. The whole situation of there are people that come with $10,000 in savings, and the insurance. That's something else I keep hearing over and over again. Heidi, you should have had that insurance. I had one when I arrived, but it's called a basic travel insurance that we kept in Mexico. And that once you live somewhere, which a lot of them are in denial, I pay my taxes overseas. I keep my insurance over there. They don't know I'm over here. Good. You keep on lying to everybody. Okay. But the situation is when you're telling the truth, yeah, even someone says, well, don't tell them what your medical conditions are and just say you're not, because some of them require you to go in and get an exam. So travel is one thing, get some basic insurance in the beginning. But when you live here, like we have over 5 years now, a return for George back to his home country, with lupus alone, which is pretty severe, then the answer is no. And I'm definitely 50 pounds overweight. So once they start seeing these things, and I am going to be 55 this year, oh, hell no, they ain't going to insure me.
Well,
but I'm a little bit more than 50 pounds overweight. So the whole point is I'm uninsurable with congestive heart failure. I could have 6 months or 6 years, and it's not exaggerated. Okay, so so the insurance thing, this could wipe your money out. When I left, my medical conditions were really basic. Okay, it was really, really basic. It was still doable because I could still treat like I have over the last couple years. You know, $100 here, $300, had some cancer removed from my face, got it on my skin. Okay, this is stuff that you can deal with. It's not like I'm doing chemo or something or having dialysis. But what if dialysis happens? A lot of these expats end up on dialysis. So what I'm saying is that your medical can definitely wipe you out. But if you get to the point where, like me right now, can't travel until some sort of medical treatment's done and get back to get a lot of more medical treatment, then you're not flying. Then the guys get stuck here in a bed. It can wipe you out really quick. So in my opinion, you can prep all you want and say you shoulda, coulda, woulda, but there's never going to be what they call the perfect storm to actually have. Oh, I have $6,000 a month. Better not come unless you got $6,000 a month, and you better bring $500,000 or you're nothing. You know, it's really, everybody's going to be an individual party. We've been fine. And here's another thing I want to say about the side haters. We pay our bills every month. It's not like we're living on the street homeless.
Right. We pay our bills, we pay our taxes.
We will continue to pay our bills every month.
We have licenses.
And
honestly, if we need permits to vlog, honestly, it's not that hard to get because we're already legal. What I'm saying is, for some of these vloggers to vlog in certain places where they need a permit, you have to go through the whole shebang. I already went through the whole shebang.
Yeah. So it's where I'm at, and what I'm saying is that it doesn't make us any better. It means that these guys without any plans, like a lot of them aren't even married. At least I have a Filipino here to help me with stuff.
Here's the reality, and a lot of people they fail to realize the severity of what they do. For example, Heidi said,
no monthly income, no support from anybody, no family members. They burned bridges back in America.
During that time, she did a live. It was Wednesday and whatever.
You know better than them. Yeah, I got support. I got a monthly income. I've got George with income. We have family here that gave us a car a few years ago.
Right.
So what I'm saying is these dumbasses that cheat on their girlfriend, take a bunch of money from them, do that. They're out doing party favors, and then they end up homeless for several years.
What I'm getting at is the government, the U.S. government knows where we're at. They've always known where we're at. They've always known where Heidi is. We've always reported where we're at. We've always reported where our bank, or AKA the money, goes. It's not in a U.S. account, it's in a Philippine account. The U.S. government always knows this. And what I'm getting at is,
the guys are flying under the radar.
For those of ones that claim, well, you shouldn't report this. You shouldn't report that you're in the Philippines. You shouldn't.
You should go home.
First off, be aware that the government actually issued a statement last year. Again, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at Heidi. It's not us. It's the U.S. government that stated it. They said that the U.S. government stated that you should report where you are exactly, even if you're in the Philippines. They actually stated this specifically to expats in the Philippines. They actually communicated this.
Should, so they can find you in a disaster.
Last year. They actually did. And again, we already reported that a long time ago because we've been legal from the get-go. But anyway, point being is, here's the thing, and a lot of people don't realize, the government can retroact. For example, okay, and I'm not picking on anybody, and I'm not claiming anything. Let's say you're faking you're blind.
Good morning,
okay?
there.
I'm not saying that you are not blind or anything like that. I'm not saying any of that. But let's say they catch you that you are in the Philippines. One, you're claiming you're blind, but you're in the Philippines. One, that's against the law as far as the U.S. government disability services are, because they're giving you money based on your disability. Heidi's disability has nothing to do with. I'm not disabled, so I wouldn't know. What's that? What's the type of disability that is? It's SSDI versus
There's two.
DI.
There's SSI
Right.
and SSDI.
SSI is the one
Mine's
that
paid in because I've worked since I
right,
was
which
16.
is I keep again. I'm not disabled, so I
Social
wouldn't
Security
know.
disability.
That's SSDI, right?
Right. It's
Okay.
not the free one.
So what I'm
but there
saying
are
is
guys here on the
free one is
They're still here.
the moment you cross the border, you're only allowed
30 or 60 days.
Correct.
They're not allowed to stay out of the country,
So-
but they do. They leave an
but
address
they're
with
here
family.
longer than that, and they vlog about it, and they're blind, and yet they paint and they hike. Guys, do the math. I'm a freaking artist. I know how art works. I know how to paint. I can paint Heidi right now, like literally, like lifelike. I can do that. But here's the thing. If I'm blind, I can't do that shit. The textures thing, guess what? Textures does not show color. I'm an artist. I know this. What I'm saying is, if you take away my sight, I cannot draw shit. I don't care how good you are. Now, unless you're like legally blind, which not really blind in my opinion, because honestly, if you're legally blind, you could still kind of drive depending on the situation. That's not really blind in my opinion. Sorry, bro. I'm an artist, so I know this shit. Your textures does not show color. And I paint people, I paint cars, I paint sculptures, I sculpt. Bro, nobody's blind people are, I mean, they can't see. That's why they're called blind. But anyway, point being is Heidi, it reports all the time versus these other vloggers that don't report and tell you don't report and all of that, and they're turning you into that wrong road.
We stick to the textbook situation.
They're turning you into the wrong road that will
right.
bite you in the ass. Because guess what? If the government decides to, you know what, you're not blind. Guess what happens after that? You're gonna pay all that money back.
Yeah, so and then they'll be stuck over here trying to get back. So so the whole point is to me this is a real big upside down situation, and it's getting so fucking old. It's our rant today. It's my rant. It's getting fucking old. The homeless guys, the ones that are doing, I'm just going to say it, drugs. They're over drinking. They're over sexing. They give it all away to a woman. I don't give a shit what George says. I'll give it away anyways. It doesn't matter. You cause your issues. And then me and him were talking that we did the right thing when we arrived. We've got support. We've got this, and that. Some things you're just not going to be able to avoid. So is it a reason to not come here? I would still come here again. That I think that's my biggest point. And I'm getting so tired of the male base versus us and me being female vlogger, that I'm fat, sick, didn't do enough. You talk shit about other people and it's not your business situation. So therefore, you don't deserve any help. And when I see these messages coming in, first off, it comes from the same 5 or 6 people. Okay, ones that have been obsessed with us, but it's amazing. It's not Filipinos that it's coming from. It comes from the same ones. Vloggers using other names. They use hidden emails and all this shit. So, but you got this guy. It's like, way to go. Let's do a GoFundMe for this guy when he's homeless in a year. That's where the guy's going. That's where this guy is going, because to me, his numbers aren't real on his channel. So he's not making fantastic money and he went broke. And so it's wild that you thought you could. Now, as I'm to understand, there could have been other money coming in down the road. But to think your initial plan was $900 a month. There wasn't 900 from the 100,000. That was going to be his monthly income of the first amount that was coming in. He was living on just the 100,000. And then it just, I don't get it. I really don't, with no plans at all. 1 second here.
Oh yeah, and by the way, for those of you who don't know, no, I'm not anti-blind. But there's a vlogger out
There's several
there.
on just regular SSI and admit it.
Well,
So
what I'm saying is there's a vlogger out there that's like proclaiming to be blind and hiking on a mountain.
and doing stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Now whether he's still here or not.
I'm being specific here, and what I'm saying is that's kind of really sus, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Painting.
And anybody in this chat will agree.
Goodwill
Wait,
hunting.
wait. You're talking about a blind guy that's hiking a mountain. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a blind guy who hikes a mountain and paints. I'm not talking about a guy who sits in a house and paints. I'm talking about a guy who sits in a house, paints, and hikes a mountain.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
That a normal person would have an issue with. No, I'm not joking either.
Boy, this genre based vlogging, Philippines vlogging has always been toxic.
Well, it's always
but
been
you all
toxic,
you all
yeah.
give into it. People in our room right now, toxicity and drama sells. People have done, if you look, 99% do the same thing. Same title, same girlfriend thing, same look at me, look at my budget. And then one used to do interviews, the one we've been bitching about lately, and he used to do something. Now he just sits in a hotel room and just does all the news for the Philippines and other Asian countries, or they go into full drama. Oh, well, the drama sells. Okay, that's what I'll continue to do. They're going to go where it's at. We do too. We actually do our thing. We cover stuff in between. We try to be as original as possible. We do our thing. And then you got where it's just toxic anyways. Then you just got the dark people for absolutely no reason and 600 people on their channel that they just cover whatever. You go to those channels and tell them the same thing. Not you specifically, but I'm just saying it's weird. It's just like birds of a feather situation. And this is because what we're covering today, I'm going to repeat it, is because the guy was going to live on $900 a month and went through $100,000 in a 2-year period. That's insane. That's insane. And we brought a lot of money, but Christ's sake, we've almost been here 6 years. So if we spent it due to my medical and we spent it in living and buying things, and it is what it is. So I get that, but this guy didn't. Like literally, this is just from moving and because of women and because of, and then it's gone. And he, at this point, I don't even think he had a monthly income yet. He was just living on the money, and it's insane. I don't recommend that either, but maybe another person can make a go of it for 10 years where this guy couldn't.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Scott and Isa, how you doing?
Yeah, I said earlier, you missed that. I put him up. And,
yeah.
Hey, Scott.
No, Victoria, I understand that he's partially blind.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't have attempted it. I don't even think he's in the country anymore, but my deal is we knew it was...
If you're partially blind, you're not supposed to be out in the country longer than he has.
You can't be on that and you own the channel and get the medications shipped to him based on a low income, meaning he was on SSI versus SSDI. He wasn't even supposed to. He was living here long term.
It's deeper than what we're saying, because one, like Heidi says, he was having
his Crohn's and his other stuff, which means he was getting
a lot of things that you're not supposed to do legally.
Yeah, you can't even mail those medicines that he
was. Yeah, legally he shouldn't be there. Period. The end. Zip zap. Not a, again. And now
if he was
has
continuing,
nothing to do with me.
If he was continuing his medical,
he should be here. Period. The end. Could he be here? Yes, if he was here for 30 days. Within 30 days. Yes. But anything longer than that would be no. Legally, no.
He was carrying a supplement insurance through Medicare and Medicaid, which indicated what type of Social Security he was on.
Right.
And then at that point, he continued to have his family send it to him,
legally,
which means they were filling his scripts for him, mailing him through FedEx, and all of it's wrong.
It's illegal, yes.
Are we the police and the whatever? No. We're just talking about, this is a discussion.
Did we report him? No, that's not our job. But what I'm saying
is... there's toxic channels that do, though.
Yeah, there are. But what I'm saying is, we know, did we never report him? We still not telling you his name, whatever. But point being is, the stuff he's doing he should never be doing. And let's say he is legally blind, Okay, I get legally blind, but guess what?
Oh, he said John had
A
35,000.
full bodied, fully armed, fully legged, full sided individual. Guess what?
I wouldn't have showed
I'm
myself
a
out
mountain hiker.
recording,
I climb mountains,
hiking, and
and I will
showing
never
animals.
recommend it to anybody disabled.
There was just some sus stuff as we've
You know what I'm
noticed
saying?
on others.
I'm not anti-disabled, but what I'm saying is, it's dangerous for a fully out-bodied person. It's dangerous, and I keep saying there. I did a few blogs that I hiked myself, and I said, "Do not hike alone. Never hike alone. Don't do what I'm doing."
Hey, what's going on?
And guess what? He just saying, man. I'm just saying.
I guess that's one of those things. I mean, we've talked about this guy in the past and how I guess we were just talking about everybody saying I shouldn't be here and, this and that and that. And it's like, yeah, we kind of deserve to be here as much as the next person. We follow things like some people follow things and life happens. We're not saying it's not going to happen or they're not surviving. There's a lot of people doing what that guy does. There's a lot of them on SSI here that's directly the welfare stated one, that they're not supposed to be outside the country, or they're doing other things. They have no income at all and they're coming on small amounts. But who's to say actually in the end? Discussion, but who's to say? Maybe that's the way it was going to be, but I wouldn't be putting on camera. I think that's what George is trying to say. Why is this guy, or why was he? I know he still does some stuff, but it's like you're showing them and you're talking about you're making money, not only selling paintings, which you're not allowed to do on SSI, and you're doing the vlogging all by yourself and only by yourself, channeling your name, income coming in. And it's like, wow, that was really stupid too. And then there's like, the other day, well, Heidi, there you are working yourself. No, it's not my name. It's not my paycheck. And I can appear, this is not gainful employment. But when you're selling paintings and bragging about them, yeah, that could be a problem. So I see where this kind of fits into the whole thing. One Republic, George hated on Detroit. No, he didn't. He used it as an example.
No, I said clearly it's in the movies. But anyway, Scott says you can have health issues here just as you can in the U.S. Yes,
Yeah.
However, you cannot leave the country on a certain disability. What I'm saying is, like
that pedo guy up the road. He was clearly on SSI. He discussed it and everything else. He was never supposed to leave the state. I leave my information and banking with my brother. Correct. He knew he wasn't supposed to be out of the country. Right. So the guys avoid the system, but we know that. We know everybody's over here sliding on the game. So it's
right. No, so no, there's a disability that you will lose.
Yes, John finally came back. He went back, he worked, got enough money, set up his SSI and came back. He's been back for a while. So that whole thing was a couple years in the making. Yes, he went back. It was a rough time getting him there. There was a whole upside down thing on the money that was collected. It was a hot mess. So, but good morning, Thera. I said that earlier. Love the meows. Yeah, he's here somewhere. There he is. He's face down over here on a blanket doing his thing.
That's his spot. Well, they can't see him. He has a certain spot. Yeah.
Yeah, 900 I don't think was his intention. He was going to have a check. Now, I know the guy mentioned there were several other ones that might come down the road, but he said 900 was his budget check. And I'm like, yeah, government check or something that was supposed to come in as a pension. I'm like, yeah, that's still low for a single guy right now. And if you're spending $80,000 a month in rent, what made you think you were going to live on 900?
Speaking of which, just so you guys know, again, I'm not picking on anybody. It's just an example. So let's say you work for Tesla for 20 years and you have a pension coming in for $5,000 a month. What would happen if, by chance, that Tesla bottoms up within the next year?
Yeah, there's a lot of crypto traders here. And see, for me, I don't. If you didn't come with a bunch of savings and a pension and you're just trading, I still think that's very dangerous too, that your whole life's relying on that when that whole thing of stock
what we're
can turn
saying
upside
is
down.
You may think you have a sure thing if things bottom up.
Right. So I guess the point is that do you Okay, and if you can get by on $500 a month, which some of them say they are and can, but yet they show a lot more money being spent, then maybe you can. There's Filipinos that do it all day long. Maybe you can do this and that. Just understand what you're going to be up against. But I think my problem is lately is the criticism or the whatever hate. There's several things that go through my head that it's, oh, now Heidi wants help. Oh, well, she's been bitching about income and money and this, but here's the thing. Those guys don't have shit all the way around. They don't have a monthly income. They don't have a job. They don't have anything coming in. They don't have nothing to begin with. And then it's like when you don't have any plan and you just willy-nilly get on the plane and come here, now that could be a problem. But these guys have no future plan. Remember when we tried to help that British guy? He had no outcome. What are you going to do when you get back? Oh, I have no idea. Well, what are you going to do on your health? Oh, I have no idea. So there's no plans for these people that are looking for help, like the homeless guy in Angel City lately. He's been out there for 2 years. You ain't helping nobody. You're talking about taking an alcoholic druggie that created his own problems of cheating, overspending, lying to his women, whining and crying about a girlfriend that's missing. It's been years since that happened to him. And he's got no plans. Now they just got him hidden inside of a house right now. And then thousands of dollars have come in for this guy. Well, what's his future plan? Is he going back to the States? Is he going to go get medical treatment for being that sick? Is he going to go get rehab or something? He had no plan to begin with. He didn't have no pension coming in. He doesn't have any money left over. He doesn't have anything. So comparing me to him because I'm a bitching vlogger is not the same.
Well,
Not even close to the same. And you can't help congestive heart failure. Not mine, anyways.
no, that's
so
a real thing.
this is
it's
not me with
it's on
narrowing
paper.
arteries because I eat nothing but fast food all day. I like sugar.
Actually, that's the least of Heidi's problems. Cholesterol
Correct.
is the least of her problems.
So
Has nothing to do with that.
So it's like I know that toughen up. These things are going to come in, and they are. I'm just addressing it on the side. Is when you have a guy like this that's already blew through his money and coming on a low amount and gave it away to a woman and been drinking and partying. Most of the comments on his channel were, don't feel sorry for you because that happened. Well, then people don't feel sorry for me either because I'm overweight and a loudmouth American. That's your personal opinion. And that's like 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, or whatever's even going on. But it's just the drastic reality of what you guys are okay with. Again, I said the other day, what's wrong is right these days, and what's right is wrong. And you guys are following all the wrong stuff. And what used to be right, people get criticized for. And anything good old-fashioned American that used to stand for a value is totally out the window. So you all will support a girl, like I said, $500 for her in a bikini cooking eggs on the stove. But yet, like George said, when it comes to the next person, it doesn't have to be us either. I'll tell you what, I've said it before. If nothing comes in, GoFundMe's fail, or we can't afford what's up and coming, we don't even know a price yet. When it does, I'm willing to die on that dime. I have to stop on that dime. Everything would be my responsibility that I came here. But it's like some of these guys don't even have a second thought, second plan, or anything else. But I will say it doesn't make them any less worthy to be helped. That I want to say on the side. Everybody deserves help, even those guys. So we're not being cruel down to a point, but we want it to be a lesson. I hope my possible death is a lesson for you guys. I'm not going to hide it like Mark Thornton. Oh, you bitched about Mark Thornton. He died, and now here you are with heart issues. Okay. I have lupus. Good chance it was my lupus that did this to me. Okay? So I get it. Everybody dies of something, but I'm not going to hide it, and I'm not going to like shove it aside, or it would tell people the best they can to have and try to be prepared when they come to the Philippines.
Yeah, well, also be aware of that. But here's the thing. I know when I talked, a lot of people can't follow up, or can't follow. But here's the thing. The reality is, a lot of these expats do have backup plans. And the issue is the backup plans don't match. And what I mean is...
Yeah, I mean, we had
for
one
example,
or two.
There's this British expat, again, I'm not going to mention his name out of respect. his backup plan was, for example, he was gonna cook for. It was gonna cook and sell certain, hot dogs, corn dogs, whatever,
There's a lot
locally.
of them selling,
And guess
yeah.
what? The barangay, aka the local government unit, says you can't do that. One, you're not a citizen. You need a permit to do that. You can't take jobs away from Filipinos. So that kills that plan. Okay. So what I'm saying is, again, remember, whenever me and Heidi says don't do this, don't do that, it's not because of me saying it or Heidi saying it. We're just telling you the law. What doesn't matter whether you agree with us or not. We're just telling you the law. Second, the same gentleman, his other backup plan, for some strange reason, I say some strange because it is a strange one, is he bought a bunch of PVC tubes and he figured he'd create sculptures out of them. And in order to purchase these, keyword purchase these PVC tubes, these are not donated, these are not trash PVC tubes. He purchased PVC tubes to create these sculptures. I mean, see the flaw in that plan?
I think there's a flaw in the
He
plan.
purchased PVC tubes where he could have used that money to do something instead of there's nothing wrong with art, but
How about that guy that Carrie just covered that said he was homeless? Then she showed he had a home. Later, he didn't have the rent money. He doesn't have a job. She brings a laptop so he can work illegally online. I think the people coming here and illegally working online and avoiding taxes and the proper work visas and all that, because they just put in the news again that online work is online work. And that goes for expats, Filipinos, and they're going to start cracking down. It was just in the news again. So they're relying on this for income. You can't do that.
Anybody who disagrees with us, again, you're not disagreeing with me, you're not disagreeing with Heidi. We're talking about the Philippine
It
government.
was just in the news
The
again.
moment you have your ACRI card, any work you do in the Philippines is taxable.
Online, because he said he was going to do a
Online
print
or
shop and ship
anywhere
stuff
else.
out here, is why he
Again,
needed the
you don't have to
laptop.
argue with us. The reason why I know this is because they actually gave
We're
me
not
a
trying
piece
to be
of paper.
dream killers. It's you're
Right.
relying on it for income. How are you going to rely
Right, the
on
BR
something
gave me
you're
a piece
not?
of paper that clearly stated anything online done once you have your ACRI card is taxable. Again, I'm not the law. Heidi's not the law. You don't have to listen to us.
Truth is self-gratification and personal insecurities are some of the main reasons many move to the Philippines. They probably already have those traits. A lot of them, I think, have is it called grandiosities, that they're going to come and be vloggers and get the perfect woman and have kids. And I think they have big dreams. And I think they know Asia is cheap. That's first off. But then they go into the Philippines because of the English. And then they'll go and, oh, well, the Filipinos are the nicest Asians, so I'm going in there. But I think it's a combination. But I think so. I think there's definitely something going on. Heidi, my friend, just celebrated her 55th. Well, I'll be 55 in July. So, yeah, I'm almost 55. So, I guess I should have said that. So, coming up on 55. So, 54 in a few months. So, One Republic, I've been ignoring the fact you keep mentioning Cleveland and not Ohio. I don't know what your personal problem is now with Ohio. I left when I was a teenager, but there he is, Heidi, not Ohio. So he's now mentioned Cincinnati being a shithole, and I don't see where any of this is corresponding. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure. So maybe you want to address that. So, I mean, I get it. I get there's a limit to continuing to poke at what was my birth town. And I get it's changed. I can't be responsible for any part of the fucking United States right now. The whole world is watching it. So every state, in my opinion, is a shithole. It's just all gone downhill. So until they straighten up the current government, both sides, not one side or the other, all of it, and get their shit together. It's bringing down every state. It's the most racist country in the world right now. It's just all going downhill. But to outright just start with Ohio, I don't know why. So they're all an issue. And I said all that. Ain't no regret on that. Congestive heart failure. You do have trouble breathing. Yeah. So what happened is I was diagnosed with lupus probably about 6.5 years ago. Mine is SLE. It affects every organ in my body. It causes me to be tired. I've been on steroids, certain medications for it. All of this has been wearing on my valves. My valves are bad. So when the valves don't close, a quick lesson, when the valves are not closing, it's not allowing, it's overloading my body with fluids because of the way the blood flow goes in and out of the flap. Think of it as a Luciano. What do you say, George Luciano? Look, do the loose thing, George.
Losyang?
Yeah, so basically,
Losyang.
it usually closes
Hot dog
like
in the
this,
hallway.
but now it just closes like this, and it leaves it partially open. So the only thing I don't know, because he won't give me the test results, is which valves and that it's leaking, not narrowing. Because if it was narrowing, the EKG would have been off. I would feel like I'm going to have a heart attack all the time. No, my body has probably got about 100 pounds worth of water or more. So my body has swollen. You guys could see me just a few years ago in Mexico, and my body is almost like I have kidney issues. Kidneys are fine, liver's fine. My lungs are filling with water, my legs, my arms. So I'm just always tired and short of breath all the time. So they put me on more and more medication, and it's already been diagnosed. We just don't know what valve is bad. I think I know which one, based on the blood results and everything else, but only the test he did. So from there, I'm going to need an MRI. They're probably going to have to do some sort of catheterization to go in and look, and then a procedure just to get home and get further treatment. So this is where I'm at. But yes, I can't breathe. I have to do dishes in 2 parts is how tired I get. By 1 o'clock, I can barely move around. So it's been extremely hard, because it's not like possibly like Mark. You just had a straight out heart attack and you dropped to the ground because you're taking a blue pill or because you've already had several things fixed. I don't have where my cholesterol is killing me and it was a habit of smoking all day long and drinking. I didn't do myself in with any of these things. The lupus and the medicine I've been on or age, because after a while, the valve, because of age, will do that. So if the one valve is bad, the mitral, it might have caused the tricuspid to go bad. So I think it's both of them, because one causes the swollen stomach and my lungs to fill with water. The other's been causing my legs, arms, face. That's why you're seeing. And so we will know tomorrow. We both go in the morning, and then he'll say, okay, I need this test, or okay, we're going to increase this medicine, give it some time situation, which you won't heal that. We're just putting a bandage on me needing oxygen dropping to 88 all the time. So my oxygen is always low. So it's a real thing for the haters out there. And I take responsibility, but we thought we had time to fly.
Well,
I'm too weak to fly.
Heidi takes responsibility, but you have to remember this could happen to you. This has nothing to do with your
Me being
diet. It has something to do with
it
your
will
diet.
make me feel better to move around if I'm not carrying all this weight. And I take responsibility. I love sugar. So it's where it is, and I've been on steroids for over 5 years, so that's not helping it either.
She
but
has
without
lupus,
that,
and a lot of people you don't realize. And
it's
lupus,
extreme.
unfortunately, it's kind of like a really hard balancing act when you try to balance lupus with it. What I'm saying is, if you're 100% healthy, lupus is a bitch. Fact.
Yeah, I don't sit around eating fast
what
food
I'm saying is,
and
If
sugar all day.
you have lupus and you have diabetes, then it's like a double bitch.
I don't have
if you
have
have
diabetes.
lupus and a heart issue, and it's a double bitch. Because you're trying to balance the two things that never match up. You know what I'm saying? And
I have other medical issues.
A lot of people don't know what lupus is, and I suggest before you make any detrimental or judgment against my wife, educate yourself.
My immune system's down. It's like I have a cold all the time.
Not easy,
I'm always sick,
and I've known people
it's like a constant
with lupus that seem healthy, but they're not, aka Selena Gomez is the most popular one that has lupus, and she struggles with it. In fact, that's one of the main reasons why you guys don't see her doing concerts and shit. But anyway, point
Yeah,
being,
believe me,
it's a
we're going to
serious
bring
thing.
you
It's a
along
serious
the
thing.
journey. That way it tells the naysayers, because in my opinion, I still feel part of
And
my family doesn't believe it. So
here's the
it's
thing.
like, actually don't have to prove it to nobody, but
Right, and Heidi's had the
we're not going to
test, and
hide
she
it.
has the X-ray. We don't have the physical X-ray, but we've seen the results.
We'll get that all tomorrow.
Currently, Heidi has, I believe, what they call a pulmonary edema. For those of you who don't know what edema is the buildup of water in your body.
Yeah.
Edema
Well,
usually,
it's in my lungs. Pulmonary edema
well,
is
yeah,
my
that's what I
lungs
was getting
filling
at.
with water.
Well, I was trying to say that edema normally is the buildup of water on most people, build up on water on their legs. But Heidi has pulmonary
See
edema,
that?
which again,
Already
pulmonary
told
is
congestive
lungs.
heart failure for the
So
haters.
yeah, she has water buildup in her lungs, and that's why she is literally drowning.
You can see it there at the bottom, congestive heart failure.
So Heidi's literally
for the
drowning while just sitting up here like this.
I have to keep 4 pillows up. So this started a few months ago. I still thought I had time. I thought it was my asthma. I thought it was the lupus for the past year.
Well, they can't see that, but we have other videos showing this, so whatever.
Well, they should be in a minute. So it's
no, it was, but it's very. It's okay. You don't have to prove it.
Well, I get that.
It's in the video, babe. It's really hard to see.
Well, yeah, you can.
No, it's in the video.
There it is.
Yeah, but it's covered up. There.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. No, you don't
so
have to
I forgot where I was on that. So either way, guys, we go in tomorrow for a little bit more. And per me looking with my medical background, the blood work, everything else, it is down to probably the mitral valve and the other one because of the amount of fluid that's backing into my body. And so, I thought I had more time. That's what I was discussing.
Yeah.
So I thought it was my other condition. And then now there's no way. We used to go around the mall all the time. I could sit there and walk all the way around the mall a year ago. Now I just can't.
Yeah. And in One Republic.
And it's because my heart.
I need to say this. I think you reached your limit. Heidi already warned you earlier. But however, just to say things again, I'm sorry if some of you can't keep up with me. I clearly stated I'm using Detroit as an example due to the movie RoboCop. I did say those words. I'm sorry you're too slow to keep up with me. I did say those words as an example from RoboCop. My point being is it's just an example. Yes. Heidi's having a hard time breathing. Yes. She has pulmonary edema. Yes. There are certain times of day that
it's because the fluids backed up in my body.
She's okay, and
there's
there's times of day she has a hard time. Yes.
I'm on an extensive amount of water pills, 2 right now. So my body, the water gets up under in my lungs and everything. This
is not fat. This is water.
Well, it's fat. I'm not going to deny that.
Well, no, you're not really fat. You're
pleasantly bloated right now.
No, it's bloated. It's water weight.
Well, people who know me, it's already been like that.
It's water weight. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So that's where we're at. So that's kind of why I rant, because we keep seeing the other vloggers create GoFundMes for stupid shit. And then we see the others defend, we'll go ahead on the 900 and no big deal. We went through 100,000. And then it's like Philippine Antics had no money. They never had money and they're broke and they're never doing anything right. And we expect the criticism, and because we're reacting doesn't mean we're not accepting that life happens to people. But we also, on the flip side, want people to know you may make it too, and don't let that hold you back. Now, if I knew, like Mark Thornton, that I was suicidal and having so many heart problems and just had that type of heart surgery, my ass wouldn't have came here like that. And then got his wife pregnant, allegedly where she wanted, it was more of a forced situation, to have a baby, probably for a check, knowing he wouldn't live much longer. But the whole point is he put himself in that position. And because he beat the crap out of another guy in Dumageddon and a vlogger, and he put his whole life out there. Well, yeah, other people are going to say things like people are going to say things about us. But I wouldn't have come here with those type of still ready to do myself in. He bragged about that all the time. When I got here, I was ready to do myself in, and I thought about it. And he went on about all this. And I'm like, dude, I wouldn't have came in that hot mess, but he did. Okay, he survived, and then he died. As I'm to understand, he literally had a heart attack, stroke, and then coma, and then passed away in the hospital. Left a child that wasn't even a year old behind with a really young wife. You just got to make certain decisions. That is 100% like sure. No, he is not mixed. Victoria asked about the baby being mixed. George got that for Valentine's Day. He is pure Steel Point.
Yeah,
Hi.
he's a purebred one.
You want to come say hi?
Yeah, he's a sweetheart. He's a ham.
He's
Heidi
a real
says.
ham, yeah. He's a real talker.
He's got gorgeous eyes, yeah.
Yeah, he's about 9 weeks old. We call him Toby because we had a turtle called Toby. Yeah. And that's another thing with the lupus. I can't go out in the sun. My skin breaks out really easy. The steroids break me out really easy. With my medication, you're in the sun too long, and I know it was hot in Florida too, but I still avoided the sun. Hey, Roger Walker is in the house. The Philippines is full of expats that made poor choices. Yeah, they're in every country. We've said it before. One second. Could have said that it's muted. He's pointing, and it's the mic was muted. But we really
thank you so much, Ronald. Yeah, appreciate the support. Thank you so much.
He went and looked that up, and we seen that you had sent that, and I got talking. So thank you so much. We were just saying that we've had a lot of great people that have watched over the years. The true people that no matter it was good or bad, they've been here. And they took the time to understand this channel and what it's been about. And I'm not saying that none of these guys don't deserve help. Even the druggy guy that was an alcoholic for a few years, he got caught up too. Everybody deserves help. They really do. And you just have to, I don't know, what would be the word? You have to.
Well, everybody needs a little bit of help here and there. Even a little nudge goes a long way.
Right. So, yeah, we're not saying nobody does.
No, exactly. And again, that's why we created this channel. Well, we created this channel, honestly, again, for prosperity, but
turned into much more like expat help, and we started doing more expat stuff.
And that's why this channel.
In Mexico, we flipped it over.
It is what I'm saying, yeah.
And then when the country reopened, everybody and their brother that arrived was doing expat help videos. It was like everybody was copying. So then it was, live on this budget, do this. And if you covered ACR cards, then they were covering them. It's like, yeah, we're just not going to keep doing that. We also like having fun. So then we do a mixture, and then we do our rants, and then we cover. So we're just going to keep doing everything. So Yeah, John is back in the Philippines. We covered that. And we talked about what's her name on the 1,000 a month. You can do it. I just think it's a low amount these days. I don't think somebody can go from living one life to another on 1,000 because it's not going that far in the Philippines. It just isn't. We just ordered groceries again. It cost $100. There was nothing in the bag. It was like 2 bags, and I get
Oh
they
my
were
gosh,
expensive
we
items.
almost had a heart attack because the guy hit the delivered button by accident.
Yeah, because it was like
So,
$50
and he was
on
in the
one.
wrong place, so we thought he gave away our grocery because it was prepaid. So we thought he delivered in the wrong place.
Because we ordered twice yesterday.
And we gave him a substantial tip still, but because when he arrived here, he says, "I'm so sorry, sir. I hit the button delivered by accident. He didn't mean to." But
before
oh my gosh,
he even delivered,
we
it's
had
like on the
we had a heart
way.
attack.
Oh, thank you. It was delivered early, and I'm like, oh crap, that's already been paid for.
Yeah,
and
it was
I
like
said,
30 minutes ahead of time, and he wasn't nowhere near the house.
yeah. So one was to complete the dinner. That one was a 50.
Yeah,
The other
I mean,
one was for the pet
yeah.
food and everything else.
Think
So
about ordering your groceries in the
$100
U.S.
does
and
not
then
go far.
it says delivered, and they're not even near your place because it shows you their GPS location. Of course, you're gonna panic and call them. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
oh man, they gave us a scare.
Yeah. Let me go through. I'm getting off here. Yes, I'm on SS straightforward. Yeah, I mean there's nothing wrong. People say just don't come on that, and that's a welfare situation all the way around, whether it's earned or given or whatever. And I disagree. I keep hearing the British people and other foreigners that go against the American Social Security system, and it's like, oh, they were just handouts. And no, they're not. Not when you worked your life and you put into it and everything. I don't find that to be a handout. Some of you rich people can say it's a handout. That's fine that we didn't get the golden spoon. I mean,
Here's the thing. There are handouts.
Yeah, there are free that where nobody's worked a day in their life.
But a lot of people misunderstand. The difference is, for example, did I pay in my Social Security? Yes. Did Heidi pay in Social Security? Yes. However, Filipinos will see Heidi's pay as a handout and my pay as a handout. You know why? Because in the U.S., we physically do not go to the Social Security Administration office and pay.
Yeah,
In
they
the
do
Philippines,
here. You show up.
you
Yeah.
physically show up to the Social Security Administration office and physically pay. So what I'm saying, in the U.S., it's automated that to Filipinos, I'm talking about Filipinos, okay? To Filipinos, it seems like a handout, but in reality, it's no different. The only difference is it's in the U.S., it's automated versus the Philippines, it's manual. So to
I just
Filipinos,
think we're spoiled because the British doesn't get that much of a pension. Our pensions are substantial, but the government has
in the
overgiven.
British, same thing. I'm pretty sure they have a similar system.
Right, they do.
No. They have a similar system that
You mentioned this before. I get the manual thing. They just see it as excessive too. Where they only get like $40 a month here. Government people might get 80 or 100.
It depends on how much they pay.
Right, correct. But some of them, even the higher up ones, are getting. So my situation is they just see it because they're, like if guys have kids here, each one of their kids get a check each month, and they get more and more. And the U.S. does tend to foolishly give away their money, whether it's for wars, whether it's to other countries. There is a lot of wasted government money in the U.S., and I think they just see it as that overall. In America, there's a lot of. We don't want to get too far into that, but my point is that it's not. I've already had several people call me a welfare baby here, and I'm like, dude, I don't think so. I get the whole reality of the Social Security. I really do. But there's nothing wrong with just being on that. But I wouldn't just come here with nothing. We did live a while in Mexico. Our flights were probably 5 times as much as they were back then as they are now. So we paid something extensive to get here. And then we had to pay over $1,000 for X amount of days to stay in the hotel. And it just went from there. I've had cancer removed on my face. I've been dealing with medical treatment, therapies, a lot of stuff. I just don't have one medical problem. So it's stuff that you guys don't all hear about. But the congestive heart failure is where I kind of stop on the dime. It's something I have to talk about because it is my terminal issue. The lupus, everything else was, but this one is really rough. You laughing at that?
No. Someone says one of my Lazada dudes said they delivered something, sent the photo, and didn't recognize the house, and was mistake to got the package the next day.
No, the reason I said $100 because we ordered two different things. That's when we got the cat food, and then we ordered that. We did two different. We had a pet delivery of items yesterday, and there was like nothing there for the $100. But the cost of living is going up in the Philippines. Going into our 6th year, it's not what people think anymore. But I think going through 100,000, which is the whole rant of the day, in 2 years, the guy, like, I moved and then I put a $2,000 deposit down, and I had to buy this, and I got in this relationship, and I got out of this one, and I had a daughter, and I'm like, oh, whoa, what's up with that? It's just like, yeah, that's really quick.
Yeah.
It's like really, really quick.
Yeah.
Second one.
I was in the U.S. still, and well, obviously.
You want to answer that?
I ordered a PlayStation 2, and I called Amazon up. I said, "Hey, I ordered a PlayStation 2. It didn't arrive. It delivered to the wrong house." And the guy on the other phone on the phone says, "Oh yeah, yeah, sure, okay." And he's like, "Let me look." And then you can hear him tapping on the keyboard, and he's like, "Wait a minute. You're right. They delivered it to the wrong house because apparently if they have a GPS tracking on the truck." He says, "Yeah, they delivered it on the wrong address. You don't live there." But what I'm saying is, you can tell from his voice, he thought I was joking. And then they tracked those trucks, and yeah, no. So I did get my PlayStation 2 eventually. But anyway, where does George get his benefits from? Why would I get disability?
Yeah, why would he?
What makes
George,
you think I'm disabled?
maybe you're new, Buzz Video. I think you are fairly new to the channel, or just start commenting.
Yeah.
George lived in the U.S. for how long?
I mean, I'm special, but I'm not disabled.
How long did you live in the U.S.?
27 years.
27 years. And he worked, and he paid into taxes, and he was legal. So with that, he's paid into Social Security, and he's got the paperwork. He was a taxpayer. And so, therefore, he will collect his Social Security. So he has the ability. We've already checked into that, but it won't be disability, and it won't be for until you're 62.
Yeah, I have to be of retirement age. Yes.
He's almost 52,
retired,
so he's got 10 years. So he's still got 10 years.
Got a long way to go, man.
He does have another, with the YouTube, besides it going into the pets, there's other things going on, but the money will eventually come in.
Social Security is still there.
Assuming that, there's no crash and burn in the U.S. I mean, it's...
Well, again, remember, it has nothing to do with the current administration or previous administration. What I'm saying is, that's always been an issue with the Social Security, is we don't know how long it'll last.
Yeah, so, yep.
Reality
Which is another problem, considering 70,000. I think there's 70,000 people here on Social Security. Yeah, so if I burn, the rest of us burn together. So, and I guess we'll burn that bridge when we get there. Correct. So it's one day at a time. So, but no, it's not disability for George. And mine will turn to regular Social Security in another 7 years, 8 years or something. So it doesn't always stay disability. Same amount, but it just flips from one to the other. So, hey to whoever I miss saying hey to. Everybody's saying their hellos. 100,000, 1,000 a month. Yeah, in 100 months. Yeah, he could have lived 8 years on it. Yeah, he just overspent. And I admit, sometimes I feel like I overspend. Like, I will be on a bottle of mustard and I buy one in advance. My dad and me are a lot like getting 2 items at the same time. That way you have it, and that way you're not ordering it more expensive, later, or making sure it's in stock. So it's there are things that Filipinos would not do here, and they don't do all the stuff like we do. Like, on the occasion we get paper plates, we got paper towels, we get the diaper wipes that are like, we get these. These are made of water. There's nothing but water in these. They're online. They're inexpensive, but we use them to wipe up stuff from the cats on, if they get sick on the floor, to clean their eyes. We use them to wipe everything, but there could be where people just won't buy that stuff. So yeah, there's wasteful spending as an expat.
Well, now here's the thing. Back to the subject. 100,000 at 1,000 a month is 100 months, 8 years, or 8 years and 4 months. Now here's the thing, and I've said it before. Again, the hashtag cancel George. If I had that kind of money, I could see myself spending that money. And what I'm getting at is, remember, Uzi will get a hold of control of guys like no other on earth. It's worse than any type of addiction there is. You know what I'm saying? And also be aware that, it's easy to do without knowing. We don't know the whole situation, the details. I mean, it's also kind of like what we were talking about earlier, like, my grandma, like yesterday.
Yeah.
My mom died, my dad died, my Tito died. My cousin's
Well, this one
broke.
took no responsibility. She said it was even the reason she
my
cheated.
Carabao,
I was lonely,
sick,
so she cheated on top of the other money that she got from the guy.
Right, and a lot of you guys have good hearts, and it's easy to do. It's easy to be nice. It's really easy to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's easy to do.
I mean, everybody will have somebody they're just not going to feel sorry for in the end. For me, the guy that had no residual income, that blew his income, cheated on the current Filipino he had, continued to do drugs, drinking, and ended up homeless for years and just had self-pity. I don't feel sorry for the vlogger Filipina, Carrie, that went and got him and helped him. Poor guy, poor dog, poor this. His Filipina did him dirty and use every dirty trick in the book to get money for him. And I'm like, yeah, those are the ones I don't. But where I was comparing was where people are now starting to compare me to this situation. And George pretty much ranted on that yesterday. It's like, you can't even do that. We have a plan. I didn't expect to die. I didn't make these plans for my heart to just stop functioning. Not heart attacks stop functioning, just sick like COVID, cold sick is just going to quit. Not a plan. I guess he didn't either, but did he not put himself in that shit over and over again? Cheated, did drugs, continued to drink, choosing to sleep on the street and not go get help. Or he had chances to come back because he went to another woman and lived with her for a long period of time. It's just, there were so many things like, dude, you can't even compare. So shit is going to happen.
Well,
but it's when they don't have any backup plans. It's when they don't have anything going on. And it's just the ones that get on there with $5 and arrive with little to no money and expect some sort of damn miracle. And they're sick, some of them, when they arrive.
Well, that's another thing. You know what's worse than having money and you break up with your current partner? It's having money and having a broken heart. That's the worst thing that could happen to you.
Or one that's getting ready to quit.
Well, no, we're not talking about you. What I'm saying is, if you have money and you have a broken heart, you don't give a shit about the world. You don't give a shit about the money.
It's a bad place to be on the streets.
That money will flow like water. You will spend that money like nothing. You will spend it on anything that crosses your path.
You speak of experience. You speak of experience, by the way.
Not really. Not really.
You were getting like 50 packages from Amazon a day when we met.
That's different.
I know you like to shop. I'm just messing
with you. But anyway, what I'm saying is I can see how easy this trap will happen to a lot of guys and girls, because girls do it too. You know what I'm saying? But guys in the Philippines, it's a trap because, I mean, don't get me wrong. For example, okay, For 2,500. Here's an example, guys. 2,500. Okay.
Yeah.
2,000. Well, okay. 3,000. 3,000 pesos in the Philippines. Okay. Let's make it a nice even number because that's about right. 3,500. What does 3,000? 3,000 pesos in the pesos. Okay, I'm not talking about dollars. 3,000 pesos pays you
That's what I'm gonna do.
for 2 hours of entertainment. And what I'm talking to guys here, I'm not talking to girls. Well, I guess girls maybe, but it's really hard to find here if you're a girl. For 3,000 pesos, it pays you 2 hours of entertainment. And what are those entertainment I'm talking about? You go to particular beer houses, and they send you a bar girl, and for 2 hours you get to spend time with that bar girl with your drinks for 2 hours. It doesn't seem like a lot. It's really cheap by Western standards, but guess what? If you do this every day and you do it for probably 4 hours, let's be realistic. In all probability, most expats spend 4 hours in a bar with a bar girl. So that's 6,000 a day.
No, yeah,
it doesn't sound like a lot, but if you
bet
do
$100
this
a day,
every day,
thousands a month. Yeah, they go broke really quick.
Yes.
And it's not just Angeles City.
Yes.
And it's just not the bar and picking up women that go through it. It's getting expensive in the Philippines. It is Western prices, Western products that these Filipinos are pumping out, or they're pumping out Filipino-like product.
If you go to the border of Tarlac and Pampanga. Anyway.
You hit me one that hurt.
Sorry.
Calm down.
Yeah. I was giving out tips. That's all.
Calm down.
It's called the honeybee.
Right. It's getting expensive. And I think the Filipinos are selling Filipino products. And you know what I'm talking about. In other words, it's not even Western style. It's like really freak brownies that is like, what is this? Is it a cookie? Is it a piece of bread? And then they're wanting like $3 for it. And it's not even of quality. It's being delivered from their home. They're cooking in their home. And then they're doing it on Facebook. I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying these people $3-4 a brownie. So they're selling higher and higher and higher, which they claim it's the expats that are bringing up the cost. No, it's internet. It's them seeing the next person in another country selling it. They feel their products. We said the new generation think they're the shit. People for the last 25 years to 30 think their shit is the shit. They deserve more money. They deserve something for nothing. And it's just getting old. And so now, to me, the Philippines in the last probably 2 years, maybe 3, things are just shooting up in cost, whether it's a Filipino restaurant, whether it's just not the ones that were Western style. They're all overcharging. So now, and it's because the jobs are more scarce. And so it's everything that's causing the rise of cost. But we are currently paying almost probably 3 times as much as we did in Mexico. But we're at a third to probably half the cost now of living in the U.S. Probably a third, depending on what it is. But the costs are really going up in the U.S. So people are like, well, you can't bitch. You came from America. Oh, yeah, we can. We've been here 5 years. I think we've earned part of a streak. And George is Filipino. So it's kind of like the costs are going up and the costs aren't matching. The drapes aren't matching the curtains. Wait a minute, the curtains aren't matching. Wait a minute. Something like that.
Same thing.
Stovetop isn't matching the stove, oven door or something. I don't know. I miss dill pickle. Sugar is a big culture. Yeah, it is. But I make mine, so you can. That's the best you can do. But the problem is depending on the market, vegetables are in this area in Angeles City, even if it's a certain market, are really expensive. They're really, depending on where you get the fruits and vegetables, if they're of quality, then the costs are going up.
Now, the exception is when it comes to vegetables and fruits. The exception is if you live in Mindanao, because Mindanao has a good resource of farms still.
Thank
so
you.
Their fruits and vegetables still seem to be cheaper than most places in the Philippines.
Ronald says half the messages are not even showing up. YouTube holds some, and then depending on the words, they may not. But we hear a lot of people say that, and we should be able to see them in the held section under studio. We never see that either. So that would have to be, I don't know. If they're too long, they won't show up either. So more than probably 2 lines, 3 lines, and they take them during the live stream.
Yeah,
so you can't make big
too
comments.
Long, or if it's something, one word could hold it. For example, the second one says money for nothing, and the chicks are not free. They're expensive as heck. For example, that
Yeah, the
one you
word
won't
hell would probably
see
get
right
hell.
now, but after the live you'll see it. But right now you won't see it. I can see it.
Yeah, and that's
You guys,
where he.
but
I know
however,
I'm
there's
behind right
not a
now.
lot
He
of
said check.
honestly.
Thank you.
There's not a lot of held ones. For example, there haven't been any held ones for up until what time is that? Point being is YouTube holds a lot of messages that even we don't see. So
Yeah, Geechee says, been with your channel at least since 2023. Yeah, I know you've been with us a while. No, we appreciate it. For us, it helps in every manner. So sometimes it's a difference. We're not like at the level we're gonna lie to you that like we ain't got one dime in the bank and then we're not feeding the cat situation. But there's a lot more we can actually do, and we do when we have that. So it's because we're afraid of like right now the next testing, this next MRI, we know he's going to ask for it because they won't do any valve work or whatever that we could even begin to set up until they do an MRI. And what did we say? 1,000 US would be the testing for that here in the Philippines. So we'd have to see at Clark and go from there. But we know it could be up to 50 or 60,000 for possibly for an MRI like that. So it's one thing at a time. So every little bit helps, and it does show the support. And for me, it feels like there's somebody there with me. So Beans George doesn't give a damn.
where's my sandwich?
You can do a fans only page. That's probably how we're going to get it done.
What? I ain't no child
Toes,
star.
toes only. We'll call you Toes Express.
All right.
Yeah, his hat says I shaved my bush for this. I think what's his name was asking. No, it can. The congestive heart failure. I'm not saying I'm fat. I was fat before. I'm gonna let you know my entire life since I had kids, I doubled my size, and then I lost a bunch of weight. I gained an extreme amount. Then over the years, I probably lost a couple thousand pounds easy. Just gaining, losing. Lost 200 pounds at one point. I've been up and down, and it is what it is on that. But when I arrived, I've already gained more than 100 pounds, like since I've been here for 5 years. And then I lost some, went through and showed you guys at the beginning of the year, went through, lost 20 or 30 pounds, and then boom, came right back plus more. And the steroids and being middle age and heart issues and lupus, it's not helping. Everything's always inflamed. And I told George I already cut out on stuff. I wish I could sit around and eat my chips and order some McDonald's and do things like normal.
Heidi does again.
But I
I
can't.
keep repeating that. I eat worse than Heidi does.
Actually, my biggest crime here that we got with the groceries the other day was these low salt chips. And believe me, they're little to no flavor. Let's see if they show it. Yeah, it's called Salt Me.
Which is kind of weird.
Weird but it's
like
not.
A no
it's
salt.
low.
It's a low salt, but
yeah, I'm allowed like 1,000 milligrams or 15 because it's got to be really super low. I'd have to eat the whole bag to get half my sodium, but it's got a weird flavor to it.
And to be honest with you, like me and Heidi were talking about last night.
Like
me and Heidi
guilty.
were wondering why I'm still alive versus her. No, really.
No, it's true. We told
Not
you he has high
seriously.
blood pressure. But currently,
me and Heidi talk about like, how am I still alive?
Yeah, how is your? Well, I don't know if we can mention it with family.
No, I wouldn't. But no, I'm
But what
okay
was your
now.
blood pressure after you knew medication? Announce your blood pressure this morning. Look at you smiling.
You guys won't believe it. On a regular basis, since in the U.S., all the way when we arrived in the Philippines, believe it or not, on average it was 290.
It was hospital stay. Yes, I would agree with that.
That was on a daily basis, and I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah, some of our personal people
honestly,
know it was high.
Me and Heidi are amazed I'm still alive
180,
today.
190.
And I ate like insane. Like, you guys have no clue how much I ate.
Yeah, like we was
like
Cheech and Chong.
I ate twice, 3 times, 4 times as much as Heidi did.
I mean, I like my sweets, but remember, I still have the gastric bypass. My stomach only holds so much food. Yeah. I can eat every couple hours, and I can eat high-calorie items. That's probably what's done me in.
Now, the only reason why I started to reveal my blood pressure now is because now it's at 120. Which is, to me, is mind-blowing. It's not mind-blowing that my blood pressure is at 290. It's mind-blowing to me that's 120, because honestly, ever since I've taken my blood pressure, it's always been at an insane level.
180,
so
170.
So to me, 290 is normal, but now it's at 120. Like,
Well, for a while you've been somewhere around the 180, 190
Yeah,
mark,
it went down,
so,
but
and now, yeah, so the new medication has done them well, and I'm doing prepped meals. I keep saying stop eating this, and we did cut back because you did in between eat the ramen noodles. So he's done really well himself, but I think the new medicines help quite a bit. So yeah, we both are in a hole. But if old George stroked out and something happened, I'd be like, oh, okay. So it's just like they just picking on the big girl.
well, I mean, visually, it does seem like you're less unhealthy than I am, although it's the opposite.
Right, but if something happened to you, they would just be like, oh, well, he just, and then they would just like, yeah, I get it. It's the visual thing because they think 100, which it is. I'm not discounting big people don't have health issues and that it's not part of my cause. I'm not going to say that either because if I'd lose it, it would help with my lupus. It would help with my
Yeah.
muscles. I get that part of it.
And for those of you wondering how much I weigh, I only weigh 160 pounds. So, again, weight has nothing to do with it, guys.
Yeah.
I've always weighed 160 no matter what I eat.
Something can happen to everybody.
No
That's
matter
what
what
we
I
keep
eat,
trying
I
to
always
say.
weigh the same. And I am more unhealthy than Heidi is.
Yeah, so money-wise, anything can happen to you. Health-wise, anything can happen to you. I still wouldn't say not to come because one, you're all going to come anyways. Two, it's a, I don't want to say it's a dead man's game. It's a fair man's game. It's all the above. Really, who is to say? Crazy, blind, drunk, party man, passport brother. Everybody's going to attempt it. So don't hate on me. It's like don't push the ooh, there's loudmouth Heidi and she's just fat and she's going down like a hole in a ship. Okay, maybe.
Joseph,
But don't
you're in
expect
here?
me to shut up either. Do we get Joseph in there?
I missed Joseph, but somebody mentioned
There he
him.
is, Joseph, right there. I just came across at 10:49. Social Security has been around since
Joseph,
the
how you
30s.
doing, man?
I don't think it is either. As much as they've been hoiting and toiting and saying it'll be gone, I think there'll be some sort of reinvestment in this administration or the new coming one. Who knows?
No, I get that, but
I can't see that they're
I've
just
always
gonna.
heard this since I've been in the U.S. that
Yeah.
like there's always this story somewhere, like, oh, we may not have the Social Security next couple of years or next decade. You guys get the picture.
He says hi to my family. Says I'm a 7-Eleven. George did too. He's stocked. Oh, hi. You want to say hi? He's stocked. Look at that. Peekaboo. 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 I said, I wonder if this cat looks at the other cats and say, what's wrong with those other cats? They got spots on them. He sees a purebred because the other ones are calico and the one is mixed calico and he just stares at him like he's too good. You too good for everybody, Mr. Siam? I am Chinese, Japanese, look at me.
Enjoy it while you're the baby. Anyway.
Yeah, you're just the baby. Oh, he's probably hungry. But no, on the 7-Eleven thought, I thought about that the other day. And another thing is, I've told you guys I'm loco choco, loco chaco. How do you say crazy in Filipino? I'm going to own that one just as much as I am fat. But the point is, boing, that my anxiety as a kid with 7, 8 people in the house, it's kind of like my mom bought things at the last minute too. There's an extra piece of chicken on the table. You're fighting for it. And it's like and I was a super skinny kid. So it was like some sort of family scrapping or something for the last piece of chicken situation. So I guess when I got out on my own and then had my own place, I guess it was a fear or an anxiety of not having things like, at one point, I think I had 20 towels in my cabinet, that kind of thing. So it's just like sometimes it's overdoing because of the amount of, I guess kid trauma or something. And it's being prepared. So my dad was military and we got military people in our family. And I think it was a prepared thing. So I'm always worried 20 months down the road about some sort of natural disaster. And so, but It's not like I get like 6 or 7 of something like my dad used to. There used to be like 4 peanut butters, and he would just break it out and rotate it. And it's like, yeah, some of it's a little excessive, and it might just be from what I learned from my dad. Hey, what's going on? David is in the house. Social Security retirement. We'll have 23 cuts. We'll have a, this just says a 23 cut at the worst case scenario. I think you're talking, well, that can't be the year. Maybe you meant 2030. Isn't that when they said it probably was going to be 2030? He just put 23 in parentheses. I think if they're going to gut the SSI people.
Cut at worst case scenario.
Yeah, because I can't see that they would just let everybody in the system and then let everybody go at that same year for the ones that didn't pay into it. And there are fake cases and fraud cases. Yes, they need to go find the foreigners using the wrong number. I think all of that needs to be done. And so there's going to be, and then like I said, then I'm going to put George on old man fans only when shit goes down. You need to...
No, No. It's not that.
So look for the fans only.
There is a geriatric fans only. I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't even have a fans only. I guess that would make sense.
Look for fans only. Geriatric old Asian George and congestive heart failure Heidi. Big booby tubby.
Right.
Congestive heart failure Heidi. Hey, it might sell. They might want to see all that loving. We can promise that maybe I'll have a heart attack.
And put it on YouTube. It's legal, apparently.
Some guy used some sort of Nair crap, and they left it up. He
No,
fought him, and I'm like, legal. Wow, they literally showed. And I'm
uncensored. Not making this up.
Who knows? But just look for us on Funky Old Love and Badheart.com.
Here's the original Lumpia Kitty.
Gucci Bear is like, you don't want to see that. You might want to. You might want to, you little freaks.
Oh, Mary, you want in on this? Mary.
That's Gucci. She's the old cat.
This is Gucci, but Mary wants in on.
Shit, we should have run a GoFundMe for her dental work that needs to be done. That cat needs dental work, by the way. I don't know. She's got a tooth she won't get loose, and they're talking.
Oh, don't be jealous. Mary wants to show up.
Look at that ham hock now. Look how big Mary's getting.
Hey, Mary.
Mary.
Hi,
puppy. That is my last year Christmas puppy. Next time, bring me a Filipino that can do dishes. That's what I want for my birthday.
Right.
A dishwashing Filipino. Wacha.
Oh, I know.
If he doesn't bring me a Filipino next year, I'm going to be upset. Well, it's this year. Up and coming birthday. Oh, they have heart attacks. Oh, look at this one over here giving us the... I have a heart, but stingy as hell. Yeah, I can be too. That is for sure.
I have a heart.
Hey, what's going on, Black Grandpa? Shout out to Heidi and George. It's been a minute. What's going on? There is a well-known Filipino vlogger that's a lesbian and scammed in America. Yeah, I believe that was a Rafi, but I could be wrong on that. But yeah, there's all kinds of... we've heard just about everything, and I don't mind covering it because I guess sometimes I use us as a point of reference because over the years we've gotten the same type of weird hate, and it's the same, not the same. It's a discussion. It's, I don't know.
I guess better lesbian than getting your 100,000 and died all of a sudden.
That is true. Hi, Mary. Uh-oh, this isn't good.
Yeah.
This is
Savannah cat, huh? Someone wants Savannah. I've always wanted a Maine Coon or a Fleming, a rabbit. Those giant rabbits, the Flemings. But I always wanted a Maine Coon, not so much the Savannah. Those are.
I usually give to Charity, but when she's not there, I give the Serenity.
Yeah. Serenity, yeah. If you want to see Serenity, she's at Lucifer's every Wednesday night at 8.
Hell yeah. Make sure she comes and does the floors too next week.
I don't know where Charlene is nowadays though.
Charlene.
Hell, I can't give away my bananas, at least locally. If you're a different zip code, it's not local anymore, so just saying. It ain't cheating if it's a different zip code, right?
I really don't care. As long as you clean the cat box, I don't care anymore. I'm down to being like thirsty. If George just cleans the cat box, he can do whatever he wants.
So I can do the dip song, the dip dance.
Oh yeah, don't get going. We just watched, was it 1994 MTV Music Awards this morning? Was it 97? No, it was 97.
97. It was 97.
They were still calling they were calling him Puffy back then. I was like,
Puffy Combs. They call him Puffy Combs.
I was like, dang, yeah. We have a playlist you guys can go watch. It's got all kinds of old stuff. MTV Music Awards. Yeah. It's got Oscars. It's got old movies, old cartoons. Right. It's got everything in there. And we just listed the MTV, and I was like,
yeah, it was No Doubt, Prodigy.
The Spice Girls were the winners of the year. Everything was won by the Spice, and it's just Jackson. So nostalgic. Yeah, and it's when they dressed it real respectedly.
Yeah.
Dressed it. The FBU unit in Manila. Let's get caught on here. 600,000 expats under the control of Mr. Cobb. They got 600,000 Americans here. I think you're discussing Social Securities. I'm to understand there's not 600,000 under Social Security. I don't think so. Where did you get that number at? Because I thought they said there was 50,000, 49,69.
He's a lesbian trapped in a man's body. All right, Philippine prepping. That's hilarious.
I don't remember it being that.
They have an auto cleaning cat. Well, they have a few of them, but
that's extremely what I would call extravagant here. Even for it's still a few $100s. It doesn't clean as well. It scares the cats every time it cleans. We would have to buy several of those, so it's kind of
she's been so.
It is different. They're saying on the AI there's 700,000. I thought they said it was only 70,000. Do you remember the number being that high?
No, it probably has a surge, of course.
Maybe we're thinking years ago, but that still seems high.
No, it's probably
AI is saying 700,000. Yeah.
Well, I don't trust AI, but
so then, how many Americans are living here then?
Well, living and tourists are two different things.
Collecting Social Security, meaning they're living and collecting it retired, would be 700,000 on a permanent basis.
Oh, I thought you're looking at the what do you call it? The tourists here.
But maybe it was, and I'm just off. My memory with what's going on has been really bad.
Pickles, 180 pesos for hose and gherkins at Pure Gold. That's not a bad price, actually. Considering it's Pure Gold, because Pure Gold is...
Alright, so this don't make no freaking sense.
More than normal.
Because that's what I thought, too. There was less than 1 million, but it says there's only 375,000 to 700,000. They're not all on Social Security, George. So that's about right. There's only X amount of expats here. It says there's anywhere between 375,000 to 700,000. So how can there be 700,000 on Social Security? George, right there. In 2024, it said there were 700,000 altogether, including military veterans.
Oh, then of course not.
So how can they? So you can't go by a. There was something. There was a whole article. That's why 70,000 came to mind. Oh, I know, because if you go and pull up the Medicare where the Filipinos want to return and collect Medicare, they discussed how many people are on Social Security. They just did an article again, and they said 70 or 80,000 people would like to have their Medicare. So that's how I came up with my number. So 700,000 seems extensive, considering that's how many are living here, and I thought it was around that number. This country's not that big to have millions of Americans here. So 700,000 seemed a little extensive for me. So, but you said Mr. Cobb. Is that the new guy that's in charge? But that's why I came up with my number. So there were articles. So that's where I came up with my number. But I just checked through AI. And
McLevin says, come on, George. You and I will get Speedos and get a corn dog cart no one can beat our wieners. That's the backup plan if, you know.
Is that right? We're gonna have a backup plan going on. Yeah. Right. Here, 1 second. In the words of Kamala, don't come, don't come, don't come. Thank you, Raymond. He's a very sweet cat. No, health is wealth, but over a certain age, you lose everything.
Brand new.
Yeah, I would. I don't care. I'm not even playing. There's no reason for that type of stuff. We know that. We know what that means. I've been in the game too long to understand it's exactly what it is. 1 second. Yeah, health is wealth to some extent, but your love life goes downhill. You age, you gain some weight, you go through these ups and downs. Your body stretches out. Even if you were a fit person, you still, the body gets all messed up. There's a form of everything that goes on. Health is wealth 100%, but not many avoid it. Perfectly healthy people that could be in their 60s, 70s can still go downhill. People in their 20s and 30s can go downhill. You know, I'm in 2 congestive heart failure groups, and a lot of them are 26, 29, no prior issues. So, and more than likely mine is hereditary too. My mother, which was not overweight, okay, ended up with 2 of her valves replaced. This could all be hereditary. When I was 3, I had a high fever and in the hospital for over 2 weeks. I've had one health issue after the other that could have caused damage to my heart. The steroids could have been causing damage, but without the steroids, I can't even get out of bed because of the lupus. I have an autoimmune issue system problem. There's so many things that could have caused it, but health is wealth 100% if you could hold on to it. But some people, you can't. It was there to begin with. My mom passed down things, so it's kind of like the ones where their mothers were drinking or doing drugs or whatever. They still inherit some sort of mental health issue. That could be what's going on with that other guy. Who knows? That spent the money the way he did or thought he could live. Maybe he was mentally broke down before he came here, like a lot of people. And they come here and they make mistakes and they're not thinking, but who's to stop them? Who's to say they can and can't come here? Even crazy people get to do what they want or can attempt. Crazy's crazy.
Yeah. Raymond says AI has delusions 40% of the time, depending on the model. Yeah, give or take. AI does have delusions 40% of the time. It's usually wrong on average. 40% is really high. Now, give or take, this percentile is, you know, it's a plus and minus.
Yeah, I don't think there's 700,000 people on Social Security.
No,
Yeah, that seems
a
awful
lot of
high.
times it's the numbers are
But
off,
we
yeah.
did, if you type in Philippine Antics and Social Security, the most recent one, when I talked about Medicare, they have been doing, or look up Medicare in the Philippines. There's groups that are trying to file stuff, and there's Filipinos that want it. They came up with an exact number, and I believe that number in the paper. And so I did repeat. That's why I thought it was somewhere around 72,000 or something. That seemed, but 700 and something thousand seemed awful high. Because I know there's less than 1 million people here. I still wouldn't say 700,000 are on Social Security because not all of them earned it. Not all of them are, you know, there's a lot of young people. You realize how many younger people are here too that are living here permanently? How many people are here just doing jobs or they're here with corporations or so they're not all on Social Security that are Americans. Are you enjoying that Gucci bear there? Yes.
Yeah, I think she's asleep.
Who's that?
That's Megan.
Oh, Megan. Yeah, we thought about the auto cat box. Yeah, I know we just discussed that. I'll be one of those living on Social Security 15. Okay, it's 62. Okay, I think you were talking about the other person on 1,000 a month. Okay, yeah, 1,500. Yeah. Yeah, as long as you have stuff paid off and doing things, and you arrange things, yeah, anything can be done. But the biggest problem I have, and it wouldn't have deterred me even knowing what I know now, is the health thing. I think people do discount the health situation and dying here. Because once you do, a lot of people don't have their ducks in a row for that either. They don't even have it in a row in America. Here it's even harder. Oh, well, then the government will pay and have me shipped home to my family. They think all kinds of crazy shit, but it's not what happens. So you have to think about that. And then most people cannot be insured after a certain age. Are you willing to make, let's say your Social Security or pension's $2,000, $2,500 a month. You're willing to put up $800, $900 a month for insurance? Because you got something wrong. Okay, so you're not overweight, but a lot of people arriving here have medical issues of some sort, and they're going to find out because a lot of them, if you're over a certain age with these insurances, they want to do a medical exam. You can claim you're as healthy as you want to be, but most of these guys have pre-existing conditions that are arriving. Okay, and so then you're talking about what they want to charge me now, and that's without the congestive heart failure. That's just being overweight and the lupus or any issues. If you've got high blood pressure and you're taking one pill, they're going to find out about it. It's still going to put you in that $600-$700 range. So you're going to give a quarter to a half of your pension check or whatever for insurance. So then you have to decide, oh, screw it. I'll just not worry about it. I'll just deal with it. And a lot of people do because you may never have not one thing. Like George over there, ray of sunshine, perfect feet, perfect hair, perfect skin, good heart, bad heart, but may never have a stroke. Might have a stroke, but then have a good looking, chunky lady to cook real tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches.
Right. True story.
So who knows? But is it a gamble? Do you come? Do you just say screw it? Do you whatever? I don't know. I mean, we knew the lupus was bad enough. I just thought I would be crippled in a chair.
Screw it as long as the body's warm. Just a tip.
I don't need that tip, especially if it's cold. I mean, if it's warm. I mean, I just don't need that. Will it fit in the deep freezer?
Girls, if it's rigor mortis, it's the best.
All right, hush. So, oh God, where are we going from here? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from? Ooh-wee, what's up with that? What's up with that? Ooh-wee, shut your trap before
Right.
you get us canceled.
Right.
Before they pull the plug on your YouTube.
Cancel is our default anyway.
I just want to let you guys know this is a lawyer announcement that I'm just a special guest on this show. I don't make a dime for this. George keeps me and just feeds me apples and peanut butter sandwiches all day, and I don't make a dime off this channel. I'll just talk shit for free. I work for free. George, what's up with that? What's up with that?
Boy.
I run George, I run the cats, I run this show, I run this house, I run this whole goddamn neighborhood. You better go check on those vendors and see if they got our money with it to hold today.
Oh my gosh.
Right, and the ice cream. I don't see the ice cream vendors anymore.
No,
What?
they're here.
Oh.
They're here. I mean, obviously.
We stopped buying a long time ago.
Yeah, no, they're here.
There for a while, every day we got the tahoe. Like we get it in the morning, and then it's like, yeah, we had to stop that. It's so sugary.
No, it's a big cat. She's a big cat. Yes. She's like part wild cat. Like she can't retract her claws. It really hurts when she loves you. No, I'm not joking. Because she never retracts her claws.
Ooh-wee. I will be moving permanently in a month to come Chili's and would like to have take you guys to lunch. Most definitely. We have a couple places for sure. She's so heavy.
No, she is. And she's very... When I put her down, she gets upset. Oh, no. Okay. Hold on, sir. No.
Oh, a radio DJ, guys. Yeah, Sacramento wife, probably in her 30s, died. Yeah, congestive heart failure. Yeah, there's, like I said, there's different types. There's different things. It just means that the heart becomes sick. And there are people that are perfectly healthy, just have a heart attack and then they just die. Or they have high blood pressure and they just die. It doesn't mean that it's not heart disease, but when they specifically put you in the category of congestive heart failure, it means other things come along with it. The heart just gets sick, and it can happen. It happens to newborn babies where the heart's got a defect in it. It could be that I've had this the whole time. I mean, I've been a sick kid most of my life, so it could be that one of these valves have been bad forever. But the fact my mother had hers replaced and she's had open heart surgery, hopefully for a fraction of the money, I can just get the valve replaced, repaired without total open chest. And they do have good hospitals here. And then the plan is to get back and take care of other things dealing with that, because that is temporary. By the way, would we say even a replacement like that, 5, 6, 10 years maybe? So I can't, and it could be the other one needs replaced. It may only replace one. If the one usually causes another one to go out, I think 2 of them are bad right now. Don't know till tomorrow situation, but yeah, young, old, inherited. It's kind of crazy. Been paying so much on health insurance, $43,000 the last 9 years. Yeah, it can get extremely expensive. Yeah, that cat is twice the size of Mary. Some of them are, and you have to see them run through the house attacking each other. They don't fight, like they just chase each other and they drag toys through the house.
Excuse me, Sierra.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while here for. What is it? Num num times? Are you hungies? Huh? You hungies? Yeah, you gotta go potty. Let me see. Get in there.
She eats these Friskies with milk in them. God, she loves it.
Yeah, there's. Oh, no. Go potty. No, boy. I think we're gonna wrap this up here. My ass is visiting G&H in mid-March. Yeah. Look at that cat. Oh, curled up. Yeah, stress relieving.
Cancel, George.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
All right. Where's that one?
Who are you looking for?
Where'd you see hashtag?
Oh, that's second win.
Oh, yeah.
Sit down, second win. Sit down.
Sit down somewhere. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. Yeah, not everybody's favorite slice here.
Here's our top fans. We have Sarah, number
and
1
you,
top
Ronald.
fans. Philippine Prepping is number 2. All right, Philippine Prepping. I think it's the first time you hit the top 3.
And Peachy.
We have second win, number 3. We have Victoria, number 4. At number 5, we have McLovin.
Right. Victoria's like, cats can give us chi when needed. If something's going on with us, most medically, they can turn up. Yeah, anywhere inside, outside. Yeah, that's like those last few kittens that we got. See you later, Slick. Guys, we will then definitely see you on Wednesday.
And thank you again. Thank you so much for being with us, Miss Laura, Mr. Geechee. Thank you so much, guys. Miss Victoria, Miss Sarah.
You're going to have to wait there.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you so much. Thank you. And thank you so much, Ronald. I appreciate you too so much for your support. Love you all. Thank you for being with us.
Are you looking at me? Are you cross-eyed already? Yeah. The most Asian cat on earth. Bye, guys. Happy Valentine.